What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at Data Dash, and today is August 23rd of 2021. Well, folks, I hope y'all are having a fantastic day wherever you are, and in today's video, I want to dive into the conversation around Cardano and talk about not only the upcoming smart contract update on mainnet that's coming on September 12th, but also talk about the excitement behind the ADA token and the overall hype around Cardano. Now, I know there's a lot of excitement in the air, guys, so I want to focus on some critical things in a short amount of time. I want to talk about the actual price action itself, why it looks really bullish, and how it could probably continue to climb a bit higher going into the next coming months. Along with that, I want to talk about the update itself, what it entails, and last but not least, put aside a lot of the noise and focus in on what I believe is possibly one of the greater opportunities to focus on within the Cardano ecosystem when it comes to investing or speculating again on the environment, right? So there's lots of different things to talk about, guys. Let's go ahead and dive straight into the conversation. I want to start off again by focusing on price first. The ADA token has been taking the market by storm. It has ripped higher here since back in the middle of July when markets started to recover down here from around $1 to nearly 3x, right? Got up to nearly $3 per token. But that's not all. If you take a look at the ADA ETH ratio, one of the probably more important charts to focus on, you can see that after multiple years of facing similar resistance here in July of 2020, April 2019, and April 2018, we not only cleared through here earlier in February, but after 2 times of dipping below here, buyers came in quite swiftly to push the price back above that previous resistance range. Once we cleared through, I think it was a done deal here. Cardano is going to be definitely holding up in this range at a minimum throughout most of the bull market and possibly climb higher here towards previous ranges. The second thing, or the third chart here I want to focus on more specifically is the ADA BTC chart. You can see here that for Cardano against Bitcoin, right, we've had this build up here, higher lows, higher highs, cleared through resistance, and now it looks like we are obviously going to come back here to the previous 2017 highs, come down, possibly make a cup and handle, and really break out going forward. Right. Again, as much as I'm exposed to Ethereum, guys, I want to be very, very clear here. There is a lot of momentum in the market for Cardano. And as we've talked about Cardano as far back as 2017, I want to say something on a personal note here as we go in towards the second topic, the actual launch. And we had Charles back on the channel again a while back. We covered Cardano back in December 2017. Crazy to think that's been anywhere from 3 to 4 years or 3.5 years now. I have to say it's a really exciting moment. Right. I know there's been a lot of different delays, there's been a lot of hiccups and stuff overall for the project, but I want to make it very clear that that's pretty common and part and parcel with a lot of these launches and a lot of these big initiatives to launch a protocol. So again, all the tribalism in the space, all the hostility that's always in crypto, even though I'm not invested in ADA token, I want to say congrats to those who have been supporting the project. And it's exciting to see a protocol that, again, has been waiting so long to get this on mainnet, where you get the real functionality of a programmable blockchain network with smart contracts. So again, we'll see how it goes, whether for better or for worse, guys. We're going to see how it goes here in the next coming days. Now, talking about this update, if you want to get the thoughts from the man himself, Charles did an actual 1 hour kind of long video where he's just talking to the community, giving some updates last Saturday, where he was basically doing this on his YouTube channel. You can find it, or he goes into the details on an in-depth level. But for the sake of time, I want to talk to you guys again about what this entails. So basically, this update that's coming to Cardano is going to be a launch of smart contract functionality on mainnet. But not only that, a couple days before and quite here near in the future, we're going to be seeing about 2 weeks out beforehand the launch on testnet. So you'll be able to start seeing some of these projects possibly provide out their testnet where people can go out and test, find any bugs, problems, be able to actually just get a feel for things before it actually deploys on mainnet. And the betting markets right now are quite confident that this push out for Cardano, this new update that is going to be coming out, is confidently going to be released here before October 1st, right? 80% of the market is confident here, right? So we can see that, again, as we're coming here towards the September date, it's likely that things will actually go through. And this is, again, after some delays and stuff, but now they're at a point where they're confident to actually project these dates. And again, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think that this is a chance where things could really launch. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about the third portion here of the video. And this is really the centerpiece that I want to focus on, because when you guys come here because you want to see what I'm focusing on in the market. At least that's my understanding, right? Well, what things I'm excited about, and outside of this, well, how do I kind of view markets? And I think this is a really interesting lesson to take to mind, whether for Cardano or any other layer 1 ecosystem. Now, I know a lot of people have asked me, like, Nick, now that ADA has gotten so large, do you want to have a portion of it in your portfolio? And I'm actually at the point, yeah, once smart contracts deploy and I can see people building on it, same kind of threshold I really had for Ethereum before it became a large portion of my portfolio. Yes, I'm definitely considering that. I'm definitely having a position of ADA in this case for diversity as ADA as an ecosystem potentially grows, right? But I'm not just focused on buying ADA token, right? Just how I'm not only focused on buying Ethereum, right? So what do I mean by this? What I mean here is that there are a variety of different plays here within the Cardano ecosystem that you can invest in that will be tokenized, that will have some way where you can, again, get some, kind of exposure to the ecosystem, right? Now, when I look through the showcase here on the Cardano.org website, I don't see too many things. I see some wallets, some NFT and game applications, some blockchain explorers, staking tools. There's a variety of things for the existing Cardano ecosystem that's live on mainnet, right? And I have to be honest, if someone were to look at this at first sight, again, putting aside our biases, it's a little bit underwhelming. But that's not the area we should be focusing on if we're really doing our due diligence and investing for the future. What we want to do is catch projects before they're being talked about, and more specifically on applications that we know are time tested and are going to be very, very important in a smart contract environment on Cardano. And that's no other, well, I was going to actually say it right there, but I want to go ahead and show you guys this really interesting chart here. This is the upcoming Cardano ecosystem, or at least a good wrap up of it. And it's a summarization from back on July 7th of 2021 of NFT projects, payments, DEXs, asset management, lending and borrow, IDO platforms, graph and querying, oracles, data, you name it, all right? So I want to go ahead, zoom in here, and I apologize if my webcam's getting in the way of some of these plays, but I want to give you guys a good chance just to see the chart here. What of these sectors do you guys think I'm most excited about? Knowing me in this case, the projects I like, which ones do you guys think would probably be the ones that I'm focusing on? It's decentralized exchanges, DEXs, automated market makers. Now, there are a lot of different projects here that probably have tokens, some of them that are new, some of them that are previously established projects or companies like Celsius or Cody. And there's a lot of these that, again, I would say are a little bit of a stretch to say are in the Cardano ecosystem, right? I'm focused here on native new plays within Cardano, plays that are either deeply tied to the project and have a kind of, in a sense, kind of establishment of market share or confidence from the ecosystem, but are also going to be providing services that people are going to need when this launch comes. And for me, that's the focus here on DEXs, right? Now, there's a lot of different names you can see here. I have a couple of them pulled up. There's a variety of different plays that are going to try to do the exact same thing. You've got Cardex in this case, which is claiming that's the first DEX, but there's a variety of others that are going to be coming possibly on day one. Sunday Swap. You've got Ocan here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it or Ocam. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong. But you can see here again, I don't even want to spend the time to dive into all of these. There's ADAX, there's Ray Network, YaySwap, DeFi, a whole list of people competing for this, who want to be that first AMM and really be the one that can lead the dominance of automated market making in the Cardano ecosystem. People see that this is going to be a very valuable thing. But when I look through, there's a few different plays here that you can invest in. There's DeFi that's on the Ethereum network that you could buy tokens today if you wanted to. There's Ocam, in this case, that you could trade again on the Ethereum network. And then there's actually some ADA tokens here. There's the native ADAX token. And then you've got YaySwap as well, which is on Cardano. But as much as the market caps on these look quite lucrative, and I wouldn't say to completely discount investing or potentially considering having some of these in your portfolio, what I want to talk about today is the play that I think really has the chance to lead. And that is no other than Ergo. Now, I understand market cap wise, Ergo doesn't seem as lucrative as the others, right? And I understand here that a lot of people don't want to have exposure to something that's larger market cap. They're always wanting to buy something that's smaller cap. But to be honest with you guys, Ergo, every time I've heard Charles talk about it, has been an absolute fan of it, a huge endorser of Ergo. Outside of that, we've had Ergo on the channel before. They're a really interesting group of guys. They've been working since the bear market on what they're building. and they're deeply tied within the Cardano ecosystem. And not only that, they're building Ergo DEX. So this is not only a DEX that's going to be spawning liquidity in the Ergo blockchain, which is a separate network, but also the Cardano blockchain. And I have to say, if I'm going through and filtering out these websites, right, there are a whole different groups of teams. There's a whole group of people that are probably really quality teams and builders in the ecosystem. But I do know that Ergo and them are incredibly tied to the Cardano ecosystem. And you need, when you're starting to launch these kind of DEXs, you need some community trust, you're going to need liquidity, you're going to need market participants, and you're going to need to be able to have that threshold to hold market share. And I think that Ergo DEX in this case is probably going to be the one to win that. Again, honestly guys, I'm completely indifferent to these projects in the sense of my investments. I don't have any position in Ergo as a token, right? But I do think that this is going to be one that you guys will want to watch here, right? You guys can read into the GitHubs if you'd like. You can try the beta here that they actually have for the protocol. There's all types of ways you guys can start to interact with these, but please, again, always take into mind good operational security. Take into mind all these projects are early, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. Right? Even if I were to invest in ErgoDex, I'd probably look at a few other projects soon after, or just wouldn't put all of my exposure into Ergo in this case, right? So again, it's just an important thing to keep in mind as we go through and talk about these opportunities. But I have no doubt, guys, I mean, if you're just talking about Ergo in this case, $469 million cryptocurrency versus like Uni as a token, which is 17.2 billion, right? There might be some opportunity for growth, all right? Completely canon in this case. And I'm saying that as someone who's invested heavily within the Ethereum ecosystem. I want to give you guys the best opportunities I can find on the market, right? So anyways, putting that aside, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this. If you think I'm way out of the woods in this case, if I should just safely stay in ADA, is it too early in the game to be looking at other plays out there? Again, my thesis here, and I want you guys to take this, I hope you guys have stuck through the whole video. My thesis here is that, again, you can garner exposure to some of these plays and stuff, but I'm personally not going to until we see smart contracts launch. And I feel that we might get a little bit of buy the hype, which we're seeing right now, sell the news as the smart contracts launch, even if things are successful. And then we can really start to find some good discount plays or good value plays to invest in the long run. But I'll keep you guys posted here on the channel as to what I do or what I'm watching for in the space. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please consider dropping a like, leaving a comment down below in your thoughts. I hope for those of you who are exposed to ADA and the Cardano ecosystem, I hope you guys have a great launch. I'm very excited to see how it goes, and we'll see as time tells. But have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.